Begin our acts and thinking by using El Kalum, the All. Chapter 7, The Living Soul. Tablet 19, Self. Lo, there are various methods for realizing the self. All are based on the removal of limiting ideas in regards to oneself and the universe. Just as a container creates the illusion that the space inside it is separate and smaller, so the mind creates its own walls, and hence the illusion of separation from self. Not this is a method of analysis by negation or denial. It is a means of approach. By finding out what a particular subject is not like, one can move toward an understanding of what it is like. Through this process of negation, one can approach an understanding of real happiness. By realizing that it does not lie in wealth, power, fame, or any other object of worldly pursuit. Through negation of everything that can be known via the senses, one exhausts the mental modifications, and she finds the answers within. Ultimately, direct experience is necessary, for it is not a matter of intellectual understanding. An insight is not his or her house, nor is he or she his or her job, for these are subject to change. But an insight remains the same. It is useless to identify with clothing or hairstyle, yet all are subject to this form of illusion from time to time. The real you, which is sometimes called the self, is one's essential nature, is neither body nor senses. The body and senses are mere external qualities of the self. The serious spiritual person negates identification with all things of this world which are not real. The insight negates the mind by saying, I am not this personality, I am not these desires, I am not these fears, until eventually all things within worldly experiences are negated. Nothing remains but the self. In this kind of meditation, union with the Absolute is achieved by denial of body, mind, name, form, intellect, senses, and all limiting adjuncts. The true I remains, which is absolute existence, knowledge, bliss. One should observe the play of life as though he or she were watching a movie, but again, he does not identify with it. Whatever situation one experiences, his or her reaction should be, I am not involved in this. I am only watching it happen. This entails introspection and close awareness of the mental waves. The mind does not want to be watched and will soon slow down its activities, but it does not give up without a struggle. In many ways, it will deceive and persuade one to stop watching it. It is such a powerful force that it is capable of dragging the attention wherever it goes, unless extreme watchfulness is practiced. Many times it will divert the attention from its focus. One must observe this with patience, then firmly return to the witness state, taking care not to fight the mind, but only to gently guide it. Tablet 20. El Elo, the Most High, is one. Lo, I am in the All, and the All is in me. Zodak Yahshua stated, as recorded in the letters of Yohanan, Bar Zebedee, whom ye call John, son of Zebedee, the 10th chapter, the 30th verse. I and the Father are one. And again, in the letters of Yohanan, John, the 14th chapter, the 9th verse. He that has seen me has seen the Father. There are no qualities in the universe that are not in the human body. An atom is a complete replica of the solar system, with electrons encircling a nucleus, just as planets revolve around Shamash, your sun. The atom is a microcosm, small, and everything that is happening in the microcosm of the human body is also occurring in Tiamat, called also Orb, Irith, Terra, Eridu, and Ard, which ye mortals call the planet Earth, and in the universe. Individual cosmic creation and destruction are taking place all the time. Instead of identifying with the individual self, which is only a tiny fraction of the universal scheme, one can find his or her larger identity by merging with the cosmos itself, making him or her a cosmosan. It is a matter in its most subtle state. Before Shamash, the sun, and Tiamat, the planet Earth, came into existence, there were gas molecules. And before evolving into the molecular state, they existed in the etheric or energy state. The water molecule is composed of the atom of hydrogen and oxygen. When atoms were smashed in a cyclotron, it was discovered that this was not the end of matter. Regardless to what extent scientists subdivided atoms, they continued to find smaller as quarks and smaller particle as biaps. If Tiamat, the planet Earth, and Shamash, the sun, were suddenly blown to pieces, the matter would revert to energy, being called nothing less than solid, liquid, gas. Beyond these three is a state of nothingness or ether. Ultimately, it would return to the all, being yet still part of the all. The journey is shot. It's within itself. Being a part of the all is being the all. You can't take from the all, for where would you put it? You can't add to the all, for where would you get it from? So all gods, deities, statues, images, idols, and desires to be is in the all. Tablet 21. Anu is oneness. Lo, O ye Enocytes, ponder on this thought. A close look at these elements, which ye take for granted, leaves one in awe of the guiding cosmic intelligence. Water, H2O for instance, is made up of 2 hydrogen atoms, 1 oxygen atom. When hydrogen by itself comes into contact with fire, it reacts with an explosion. Oxygen reacts with fire to make it burn more fiercely. Yet, in combination, as water, they will quench fire and cool off the body. If one professes of having any intelligence at all, he or she must ask him or herself, what is the source of this intricate engineering? Only an intelligent power is capable of such creation. El Elo, the Most High, also called Anu, El Eliu, Yahuwah, and Anu. All life is interconnected. Animals breathe in oxygen, and they are the byproduct of plants, and they exhale carbon dioxide. In their bodies, the oxygen combines with glucose to produce energy for various bodily functions. Plants take in carbon dioxide, and they release oxygen into the air, which is then used by animals. They take nutrients from the soil and use the sunlight for photosynthesis. And Enocytes eats the plants for nourishment, and when he or she dies, his or her body is returned to Tiamat, the planet Earth, to the Adama of the ground, where it becomes food for the plants. This is but one small example of the complicated and interdependent relationships that exist among all things. It hardly seems possible that such a world could have been created by accident of nature. Relationships like this exist throughout the cosmos. Consider the size of the universe. It is impossible that these miracles occur only on Tiamat, the planet Earth. How many suns planets can there be in this galaxy? And how many galaxies can there be? How large is the universe? Its size cannot be imagined, nor can the number of planets capable of supporting life be counted. Yet, there are those known in Orion to have life, and from Risk, the 8th planet, in Ilium, the 19th galaxy, from which I came forth to you, by way of a Merkaba, a divine light vehicle, also called a sham. There are physical laws which cause the planets to rotate and to revolve around Shamash, the sun, in certain precise ways. These same laws cause whole solar system, indeed even galaxies, to hurtle through space at tremendous speed, all in perfect coordination. These laws cannot have accidentally came about without an originating cause. Only a guiding intelligence could be responsible. El Elo, the Most High, is the source. All is in the all. The all is not an it, a he or a she. The all is.